That's it, coming in. There we go. Spin out and pass. Spin out and pass. Well done. Better. Who's in the middle?
Oh, the coaches are brilliant. The coaches, you know, even if you're doing something right, it's never perfect, so they always work on it.
It depends on the day and the number. We know before the day how many players are coming. I mean, on our largest day, 200, we probably have 20 coaches.
Nice and quick. If we're good enough, take your head off the ball and nice go around, roll your pass back in.
I think the organisation's been fantastic, and there's a market for it. There's a lot of young lads out there who do feel a little bit hard done by, whether they had a trial and didn't quite fulfil their potential, or whether they've never been given the opportunity to do that.
Levels of football are different. There's different types of league for different levels of football, and if you're at a certain league, then odds are scouts ain't going to come to your games and watch you. It is quite expensive to get into academies for trials, and when you do make it to the trials, there's a possibility you're getting turned down.
So he's been to a couple of academies because he's had to trial to get through to those. Although he was never signed or anything, he did get through to those academies, and he's learnt a lot, you know, over the years, and he's practised a lot in my garden.
I work with children week in, week out through my soccer schools and stuff, and there's children there you think he's got a chance, but they look at them and they say, well, we've had a look at him already and he didn't quite show us things. This is an opportunity for them to be in an environment where there's no bias, there's no people here that have had judgment on them before, and they're seeing 10, 15 professional coaches who over the course of the day they're going to have an opportunity to impress them. Second chance is probably the right saying for this company, really. It is a second chance opportunity. A first chance for some children, but a lot of people, it is a second chance.
I work 99% as a full-time football coach in different guises, and without a doubt there's loads of lads here, if they put their mind to it, could go take various courses and could become football coaches and work in football in different avenues. Sports scientists, loads of things in football, loads and loads. I mean, obviously everyone wants to be a player. We all want to be a player, and we all think we're better than we are.
There is a plan B. Josh has also applied for college. So if, you know, it doesn't work out, he'll always have that education, which, you know, his mum is adamant he has. So, yeah, and, you know, I mean, you've got to be realistic and realise that it just might not happen.
If I couldn't make it as professional football, I'd like to teach football, just something football based. I don't have to be a professional standard to still play football. Yeah, it's just coaching and perhaps being a school teacher, teaching sport, something similar to that.
My mum always tells me to do well in school as well, because it's always a second option. There's a lot of people who want to be footballers, so if I'm not really successful in that, then I could always have my education to fall back on.
You've got to have a plan B. I mean, you don't want anyone to accept second best. You want them to strive for everything they can possibly do, but there has to be a plan B with anything you do in life. Getting your qualifications, and there's a lot of good coaches I know who have come through the ranks because they've been released from a pro club and they've had their experience.
Drive that way.
I played at youth team level, but yeah, ambition is the key. I would have done anything to have made it. You'll see the ambition out here today. This is a fantastic opportunity for ambitious people to come in. The club I was at the time, they tried to help me out with filtering me through, but at the time I must admit, you're very depressed when you get released.
It's been really hard, but I like to think I've been doing well at it. It's been a lot of technical stuff. Yeah, stuff to really help you, like turning, receiving, and shooting, passing.
Well, today has been little trials for young kids that want to become pro footballers in the future, really. Just drills, matches now, as you can see. Had a bit of shooting practice, one-on-ones, all that kind of stuff, really. I think I've done all right to pass anyway. Been playing, I've tried my best, that's all I can do, really. When you lose, you get frustrated. You just have to keep your mentality up your moral up, everything really. It's very hard. Just keep working really, yeah.
It's not all the best coaches and best managers are best players. I mean, look at Arsene Wenger. If you know the game and can get your beliefs and philosophies across, and the idea of your ideas of the game, it doesn't really become a problem, really. As long as you've got some basic skills of the game, otherwise players would see straight through if you can't play at all.
You just have to stick with it like I did. You have to go back to coaching 4- and 5-year-olds and work your way through. And if you do a good job, and you get noticed, and it's just a pure love of the game. It drives you on. You have to just keep at it. It's like any line of business. If you don't put the work in, then you don't reap the benefits. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm sort of doing something I love because I've put the work in. I've worked with, started, like I say, coaching my young sons, and moved up and moved into a pro club, and then that's what gave me the idea for this. So there's always opportunities there. You just have to keep on with it.
Today we've done a couple of skills drills, all little bits: turning, shooting, passing, movement off the ball, movement with the ball, and yeah, today so far has gone really well. It's, for me, it's yeah, for myself personally, I think I've done really well. So even if I didn't get in, I'd still come back to have another crack at the whip. So yeah, it's all good, yeah. When
they come to the trial, they'll go away knowing what maybe they need to work on, that's for sure. And if they go away and they take our coach's advice and they work on their game, they never know what's at the end of it. It could be everything.
As soon as you get through, you then this next step is to play in a showcase event with obviously other lads that have got through.
It felt absolutely amazing when I found out, and especially where we're playing, because not everyone can play in a stadium like Crystal Palace. It's an amazing opportunity. Scouts from all over are watching. Scouts I'd never expected to be watching me from where I'm normally from. So to come here, play on a professional pitch, like in professional kit and all that, it's an amazing feeling. Yeah, I thought I did good. I didn't really muck up like at all. I'm quite happy with that. So it's probably the best performance I could have given.
On the trial day, it was brilliant. It was a great occasion. The weather was brilliant, great tempo. Each individual trial was good in its own way. We learned a lot technically, strength, speed, and obviously with the ball, it was all about the ball. They wanted to see what we could do on and off it, and the whole day itself was a great experience. I'd love to do it all again. Quite nervous, yeah, but I'm feeling confident, so hopefully take my confidence and turn the nerves into full confidence and see what I can do.
This gives a chance to not only ex-academy players but people that haven't been spotted yet all around the country. Getting here and then seeing the ground the way it is, that was really good, and then getting in the changing rooms and the factor building up to was really good, and then just getting to play on pitches like this, it's really good. I thought I played well, I believe myself, I think I've got the ability to go far. It's just if I'm given my chance really, so fingers crossed.